Yo, what's going on everyone? It's Kamina here with another video from The Division. Today I wanted to do a video on the Predator's Mark build that I have made for 1.4. I'll just talk about this build and how you can utilise it to its full potential. So if you do like this video, don't forget to drop in a like and a share with your friends, and we'll crack on and I'll go through my builds with you. Okay, so first off, I'm going to start off with the weapons that I have here. As you can see, I am running with the LVOAC, which comes with responsive, deadly, and brutal, and then the MP7, which comes with deadly, brutal, and stable. Now, stable was a talent on there, unfortunately, I couldn't get rid of because I needed to roll deadly on this weapon. But my choice of these two guns, with the assault rifle and the submachine gun, is because of the added bonus that you. Now these do add a great addition to the build, like I said, because you do get that bonus for the 3-piece. So I would definitely recommend either running with a SMG and an assault rifle on this build, just to make it a lot better and get use of the full talents that you get with it. Now onto the build, I will start off with my first chest piece. Okay, so this one is the Predator's Mark chest piece. It's rolled maximum here on stamina, and I've rolled it up on armor. Now I am still trying to max out each of these pieces at the moment, so I'm farming a lot just to get these stats a little bit higher. But as you can see on this chest piece here, like I said, it comes with 566 firearms, 1001 stamina, and 148 electronics. It's got 1201 armor, 4% health from kill, 27% increased kill XP, and unfortunately the skill attribute there is not what I use on this build, but I can't get rid of it. Now, if you look at my mods here as well, I've got 2 firearms mods. So if I just take these off so you can see them, they are both 209 firearms mods, and they both got 263 armor on there, which does push the armor up. Onto my mask now. Again on here, I've rolled this as to be high on firearms, and I have rolled skill power on my mask. It comes with 15% burn resistance and 2.5% first aid ally heal. Again on here, I have put on another firearms mod. Again, this is a 209 one with 263 armor, so we are trying to push to get our armor capacity up as possible. Now your mask is something that you would generally of this build want to just put skill power on, and I'll show you how I got my skill power up to 91,000 as we go through the build. But definitely once you've got a mask, I would say run this on firearms and skill power. Okay, onto the knee pads. Okay, these are rolled on stamina. Now I'm still working on to try and get these up, but it does come with 4% protection from elites, 32% bleed resistance, 27% disorient resistance, and 54% increased kill XP. These are not the best knee pads, but they are ones that I have picked up at the moment and I am just running with. Now on this again, it's 209 firearms and 263 armor, and also as well because I use the fire turret with this build just to help keep those players or NPCs just in a position that we can look to finish them off as quickly as possible. I run this with the prototype performance mods with 4% turret damage. Okay, next now we go on to the backpack. Now the Predators builds that are going around, I haven't seen anyone using these specialized backpacks. Now these is definitely one that you want to pick up because it adds 200% of your firearms and stamina to your skill power. Now on this backpack here, I have rolled it on stamina. Like I said, I'm still trying to get that cap up as high as possible at the moment in terms of my rolls. But on here as well as my major attribute, I have rolled armor, and it does come with 46% ammo capacity. Now if you look at the mods on here again, this is a 211 firearms mod, and that comes with 264 armor, and then I run with 4% turret damage and 3.50% turret damage. Obviously you can change these mods here to anything that suits you, whether you're not using the fire turret or there's something else that you want to use, but obviously make sure you're using these mod slots for the performance mods that do basically help towards your build. Next up, now we have my gloves, and on here I'm using Savage gloves, so critical hit chances increased by 7% against targets out of cover. And I know a lot of people would roll their gloves on firearms, but I don't think that I needed to on this build because I am trying to get myself into that cap in terms of stamina and armor. So I rolled health on this one. This one comes with critical hit chance. It's also got SMG damage just to bump up my MP7, and then also 16% critical hit damage. So I would definitely recommend for this build, Savage gloves is something that you are going to want to use. Now onto my holster. Now this holster is a holster I picked up in 1.3, and I haven't found one yet at the moment in 1.4 that is good enough that I would want to replace this holster with. Now as you can see here, the stats are quite good. I'm maxed out on firearms, and then 956 on stamina and 890 on electronics. It comes with 639 armor, and as you can see, this skill attribute 2.50% turret duration, so that does actually help me in terms of my build. Unfortunately though, I can't add any performance mods on this one unless I change it over to a 1.4, but at the moment I think I'm going to leave it there until I find something a lot better. Now if we go over, we can have a look at my character and just see where they are. So my firearms is currently at 4142. My stamina here is so stamina increases health by 1666. 1380, that's at 5546, and then you can see my electronics here. Now my weapon damage for 14,585 damage there, critical hit chance and critical hit damage 10.50% and 68%. Now it is very hard in terms of the critical hit chance and critical hit damage due to the changes that they made for 1.4, but I do feel, as I show later on in the video of this build in action, I do think that's fairly okay, but I will try obviously making those a little higher. Now headshot damage here is 120% with accuracy, stability, range and reload times. If we go down and have a look at the survivability, okay, you can see here my max health is at 166,380. My armor at the moment is 52.61% of damage mitigation. Now around 60% is the maximum that you can get in World Tier 4. So it's still climbing, but at the moment it's a pretty good solid build there. Now if I go on to my abilities here, like I said, I am using the flame turret, and based on the mods that I have put in, you can see here the damage is 3262 HP. It has a range of 12 meters. The lifespan is 46.10 seconds, and you can see there, look at the health, 191,367 HP. So it's not bad to use, and like I said, if you are PvPing or PvE, then I think the flame turret is a great thing to use. I've seen a lot of people using the seeker mines, but flame turret is one that I've wanted to use with this one because I do like it. Now the talents that I do run with on this build here, I use adrenaline, so a medikit when not at full health to receive an overheal. Now you will notice here that triage has been taken off. The reason for that is triage doesn't work as well as it did before 1.4, where you could run in and out the heals to help your cooldown on your skills. They can only run through it once. While it does help in that split second, I did want to mix it up and use some different other talents. So here as well I use critical save, so using a medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 40% for 10 seconds. That can help you get out of those tricky situations that you could be in, and just give yourself that extra bit of protection and time just to compose yourself. Now combat medic is a great one to use in 1.4, especially because a lot of people now are using their medkits than what they were probably previously. Now combat medic, when you use a medkit near allies, to heal the group members and proxies within 20 meters by 40%. So as long as you're close to your team, which you should be if you're PvPing or PvEing, anyone popping that medkit will make sure that their team also gets some health as well. So it's a great one to use. Now to support my fire turret on here, I use wildfire, so apply and burn to any target triggers a 30% chance to apply the effect to all targets within 10 meters. And that works against hostiles as well, so while it doesn't work against the agents, it is great in terms of the PvE aspect. But you could also use as well, if you wanted to, just to help get your DPS up a little bit higher. This is Tactical Advance, and not one that everyone uses. Basically, complete cover to cover move to increase weapon damage by 2% per meter covered for 10 seconds. So you can get that DPS up on your weapon really high depending on the distance that you travel, if you do like the cover to cover play. Now, like I said, this build at the moment is not perfect. I am still trying to max out each section on it, but as you can see, it's an all-round good, strong build. I'm getting enough out of my firearms in terms of my damage. I've got a good enough toughness and armor that I feel comfortable that I'm going to be protected that little bit better, and I've got the decent skill power there to help as well. Now, this is a great set piece to use in 1.4, so if anyone's still thinking, oh, what do I want to use, how should my build go, check out Predator's Mark and try and go for the build that I've got. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, you can see the set bonuses here: 10% reload speed on your weapons, and then set bonuses: assault rifle damage and SMG damage, both 8% in terms of the damage that they're given. So that's why I'm running with the assault rifle and the SMG. And then as the fourth bonus, you land 10 shots and you apply that bleed effect for 50% of the damage from your bullets. I find this very useful when it comes to chasing rogues, manhunts. You can stop them and slow them right down by putting that bleed effect on them. But yeah, that's my build. If you have any questions about the build itself, drop a comment and I'll get back to you. If you do like the video, be sure just to drop it a like and a share. And next, now I'll just show you this build in action.
Here one minute, gone the next. There's no heart beating inside your chest. It's vanished into thin air, never to be seen again. Never to be seen again. Never to be seen seen again. Never to be seen again. You're dead to me.